A very good afternoon. Today is Monday, September the 27th, 2021. Welcome to another math class. Today, a new unit, Unit 10, all about mass.
Hello, good afternoon. How is everybody this afternoon? Good, I'm fine too. So let's continue today with our math class. We have a new unit, Unit 10, and that's the unit all about mass. So we will learn what is mass and how to describe mass, how to estimate the mass of something. But that is for later. Of course, we will start with our 6 vocabulary words. So let's go. Okay, let's look at the first 3 words. So they're all from Unit 10, all about mass. Number 1, W-E-I-G-H-I-N-G. Weighing. Weighing. Weighing means when you want to know the mass of something. So if you want to know how heavy something is, you can guess, right? For example, you can have something in your hand like this jar, and I can guess it's about 200 grams, 250 grams maybe. But if I want to know for sure, I need to weigh it. And what are we using to weigh it? We need this one, S-C-A-L-E-S, scales. Scales. Now I have an example here of a scale. Maybe this is, I don't know, teddy bear scale. This is just a person weighing scale. You can stand on this and then, let's see if we can make something appear. You see? Then the weight will pop up at the top. So if I want to weigh this jar, I can put it on the scale, and then the scale will tell me exactly how much the jar weighs. But I need a different scale because this one is for people. So I have to stand on it and it tells you your weight. So we have different scales for different things. This will also be a part of the lesson. So for big things you use big scales, and for smaller things you can use, for example, a kitchen scale. Now if you bake bread, we need 200 grams of sugar or 300 grams of flour. So you have different scales, but this is an example of a scale. Okay, how about number 3? H-E-A-V-I-E-R. Heavier. Heavier. Well, heavier means, for example, you weigh maybe, I don't know, 25 kilos. I weigh about 90 kilos. So I am heavier than you. My body has more mass than your bodies because you are smaller and I am bigger. So heavier means more weight, more mass. Okay? The opposite of heavier is the next vocabulary word. Let's have a look at those. Okay, so the opposite of number 3, heavier, is number 4. L-I-G-H-T-E-R. Lighter. Lighter. So you are lighter than me because you weigh about 25 kilos, I weigh about 90 kilos. So I am heavier than you and you are lighter than me. So lighter means less weight. Heavier means more weight. Okay, good. Number 5, S-U-I-T-A-B-L-E. Look, you see that? Table. But this word means something totally different. The word is suitable. Suitable. So when something is suitable, it means it's an appropriate way. For example, let me get this scale again. This scale is suitable for weighing people. It means this scale is made for weighing people. Is this scale suitable for weighing markers? No, nothing will show up. Why? Because the markers are too light. If you want to weigh the markers, you need a different scale that is suitable to weigh markers. Okay? So this scale is suitable, this scale is made for weighing people. Okay? So suitable means that you have the correct tool to use for the job. Then, number 6, Q-U-A-N-T-I-T-Y. Q-U-A-N-T-I-T-Y. Quantity. Quantity. Difficult word, but it only means how many or how much. For example, if you have 100 marbles, let's say we have marbles like this, I have 100. The quantity of marbles that I have is 100. So it just means how many or how much in weight. So what is the quantity of your sugar? I have 500 kilos of sugar. So the quantity is 500 kilo. So it just means how much or how many. Okay? Okay, one more time. Lighter, the opposite of heavier. Suitable means it is the good thing, the good tool for the job. Quantity, how many or how much. Okay, let's have a look at our new unit 10, all about mass. Okay, before we look at the book, let's look at some basic things you need to know when we talk about mass. So mass is basically how much something weighs, so how heavy or how light something is. Now, example, with water, 1 liter of water equals 1 kilogram. Okay, so 1 liter of water equals 1 kilogram. So this bottle here contains 500 milliliters. So if I fill this bottle with water, it's half a liter. So I know then this water weighs about 500 grams. So if I fill this bottle up, it's about 500 grams. Okay, so this way you can get an idea of how much something weighs. You can always have an estimate. Estimate is another word for guess. You can guess like, it's about this heavy or about that heavy. But the first thing you need to know is 1000 gram equals 1 kilogram. Okay, so 1000 gram equals 1 kilogram. Okay. When you write the word gram, you don't need to write the whole word. You can just write the letter G. The G stands for gram. For kilogram, no need to write the whole word. You can just write kg, kilogram. Okay? So those are the first basic things you need to know. So what is about a kilogram? About 2 of these bottles is 1 kilogram. Okay? So, let's look at our book. We will go to page number 158, 158. Okay, so that is this page, 158. Let's have a look at the introduction of the new unit. Okay, please go to your math book and go to page 158. So on page 158 you see some different scales that we use to measure the mass of different things. For example, if you have something that's very heavy, for example a person, you cannot put that on a kitchen scale because it's way too heavy. So we use to weigh ourselves, we use a bathroom scale. Remember the one that I showed you. But if you have lighter stuff like bananas or apples or maybe half a kilo of meat, you can put it on a kitchen scale. We call them in the book spring balance scales or electronic scales. You can see them in the supermarket. If you go to the Tesco Lotus and you buy vegetables, they weigh them. So that is a spring balance or an electronic scale. But in factories, for example, where they produce rice, or they not produce, but where they handle rice, rice goes in a very big bag, maybe 100 kilos or more. So we cannot use a bathroom scale for that. We need to use a big scale. So for that we use a platform scale. So in the book you will see a picture of a platform scale. They come in many different sizes. There are even scales that you can use to weigh the weight of your car. They are even bigger ones. So let's have a closer look at page 158, and then we will do the practice at the bottom of the page, which is very easy. You just match the object with the appropriate scale.
So let's have a closer look at page 158. Choosing appropriate weighing scales. Let's read together. Weighing scales are devices used to measure the mass of an object. There are a few types of scales. We need to use suitable scales to measure masses. For example, we use a bathroom scale to measure our body mass. We use a spring balance or electronic balance to measure the masses of the things we buy. Remember, look at the scale. That's one you use to weigh fruit and vegetables. But in factories, a platform scale is used to measure the mass of huge quantities of rice and flour. So huge quantity means a big amount. Look at the size of the rice bag. Maybe it is 200 kilos. So we need a special scale to measure 200 kilos or 300 kilos. We cannot use a bathroom scale or a balance spring. Now, to check if you understand this, just do this practice. You see there 3 scales, and you see there 3 objects that you can weigh. Now, with a ruler and a pencil, connect the correct scale to the correct object.
Okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow morning we will have, what do we have Tuesday morning? Is it math again? No, we have math in the afternoon, so we have our reading class. The second part of our reading class tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon we have mathematics Zoom class. So I hope to see you there. For now, bye bye.